Be focused and determined. Else, you'll not get to where you're going to. Because when I came to this Tigernut industry, it took me 6 months to sell 500 grams. Your small man is a vein, and a vein works with the blood. So as far as there's pressure in the blood, that pressure goes to the small man, and he'll stand stronger for you to scatter whatever you want to scatter.
I'm privileged to be with you today, so I can learn from you, and you also share your experiences with, the rest of the world. Yeah. So, sir, can you tell us a bit about your growing up?
Thank you very much, and then I'm also privileged to meet you today. I'm the most happiest person on earth today. Actually, my name is Kofi Vinyo. Kofi Vinyo was born at Mim in the Ahafo region. Before it was the Bruno Ahafo region, but now it's Ahafo region. Born by 2 farmers, Madame Afia Mansa and Openi Kwesi Jigba. They were all farmers. I wasn't born physically challenged person, actually. I think I fell sick at the age of 6. So I was taken to a hospital, not knowing the doctor it's a quack.
Oh, man.
So he gave me injection and I paralyzed, and then I couldn't walk again.
Wow.
So I had to be supported by crutches.
Wow.
Yeah, but at the age of 7, 8, I was sent to in Sawam Orthopedic Training Center, so that I can be supported with calipers and crutches, so I can walk on my own. So after that, I was back to MIM again to start my primary education at MIM Local Authority Primary School.
Okay.
And then continue to elementary education at MIM Authority, same. So after that, it wasn't easy actually, because from my house to the school, I need to walk like about 6 kilometers. So in and out will be about 12 kilometers. Yes. In and out will be 12 kilometers, because you go in, you come out, and all that.
Yeah.
But I was very grateful to have a very good head teacher like Mr. Kumi, who give me all the support in this world, to encourage me to continue. Even if I'm late, you come and encourage me and all that. So he made me have an interest, a high level of interest, to at least have my education. So I have to wake up sometime at 4 a.m. so I can get to school early. To also meet some of the lessons. So that's what happened. So from there, I moved to Bechem Business College, because now my love was in agriculture, but that time the mind wasn't grown like this.
Yeah.
So saying physically challenged, how do you hold cutlasses and be going to farm and all that? Don't know it. So I prefer sitting down and maybe doing accounting, because that's what was introduced to me. That I think that would be the best thing I could do.
Right.
Yeah. So after my after my education at Bechem Business College, in fact, it wasn't easy actually. It really wasn't easy there, because at that time, the father was supporting, the mother was supporting, but the money was not there, because I was in the school as a special person, which I need a lot of things to help me at least fulfill my education, but I wasn't getting, because sometimes you need to even sleep empty stomach because there's no food.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no food, and you cannot go and do any menial job to at least get some money to at least feed yourself.
So how are you managing?
It wasn't easy. That's why I say sometimes you have to do fasting. And sometimes you have to do this calculation. You sit down from morning, then if 3 o'clock you get something small to eat, then you have to do it the next morning.
So 001.
001. So just doing that thing.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was doing it for myself, so I didn't say anything. But later I was approached by one of the secretariat masters and say, "Hey, Kofi, I can help you." And I say, "How?" He said, "Huh? I'm going to teach you how to type.
Okay.
And with that, you can be doing some job to support yourself in school, whilst you reading your course." So okay. So I was so serious. So within a month, I was able to know how to type very well.
Wow.
Very well. So I was getting some jobs like.
So he taught you for free?
He taught me for free. He taught me for free, and he gave me a typewriter for free.
Oh wow! Yeah. God bless his soul.
Yeah. So I started also getting some job, or sometime I will go and support him. After school, he also has some jobs that he does. So you call Kofi, come and support me, and from there I can also get something that I used to survive. So that is how we ended it. So after that, after completion, I think getting job wasn't easy for me. But with the help...
Which year are we talking about?
Oh, we are talking about 1997, 98, 99.
So the world has been hard that it's not now.
No, but you see, mine was different. Being a physically challenged person, you go here, it wasn't easy. Seriously, it wasn't easy for me. Yeah. So 1999, 2000, I came to Sunyani.
Okay.
And I went to Tiabua complex.
Okay.
To look for a job. The man looked at me and he was feeling pity for me, and I didn't like it. I want you to see me like
an ordinary
person who has come to look for a job. But he told me, in fact, so he moved money from his drawer and trying to hand the money over to me that, in fact, he doesn't think I can work here, so I should take this money to support myself. And I say, so will you be giving me this money every month?
Day.
I don't think I can accept your money. Thank you.
You rejected it?
Oh yeah, because I'm not a beggar. I came to look for a job.
Wow.
But I promised myself I will never beg. I need to work. So he couldn't give me the job. So when I left his office and going, and I saw another opportunity there. I saw a pile of wasted timber, like firewood. Yeah. A pile of it there. So I look at it and I say, I can do something out of this thing. Let me go and see, maybe he wants to use it for something or he's going to throw them away. So I went back and said, sorry, sir. I've come back again. He said, oh, are you ready to take the money? I said, no. I'm not ready to take the money, but I've seen an opportunity. I don't know if you help me with it. He said, what? I said, that timber, that firewood. He said, you want them? I said, yes. Oh, come and take everything.
Interesting.
Yeah. I said, thank you. He doesn't know what I want to do. I want to use the firewood for.
Yes, I'm even curious.
Yes.
What were you going to use it for?
You see, those times, tiles was not common. Tiles was not common. So it was floor parquet.
Yes.
Yes. You have to put pieces of timber together to do your hall. And those ones, if you are not rich, you can't do that. And then that's what came into my head, my mind, that okay, we can use this thing for that. But you see, someone who doesn't have machine or anything, and thinking about that, how are you going to do it? Yeah. There's a gentleman called Alaska. Alaska is still here. Okay. I'm grateful to him. And one Efo also, he was a Kia driver. I knew them, so I contacted them that, okay, I have some timber at Otiabua complex. And I want you to convey this timber to Alaska's shop. I can't get money for you. now. Unless I finish with what I'm going to do with the timber, then I pay you. And he says, so how many months is it going to take? I say maximum 90 days.
Wow, that is 3 months.
3 months. He said, no problem, I'll help you. And I told Alaska same. Alaska said, no problem. So we brought the thing and I put the measurement. So we reprocessed this firewood into floor parquet.
Wow.
Nice one. Now there was no buyer for me. I gave them 90 days. I am left with 20 days for my 90-day period. So I had to do something about it because I've done a promise and I need to fulfill.
Yeah.
So I had to pick some of the firewood, going around and showing it to people. That is why I went to Techiman.
Okay.
And I went to a sawmill. When you are going to like Tubodom, from Techiman to Tubodom, on your right hand. So I went to the sawmill, not knowing the sawmill was for J. Adom. So I went to J. Adom sawmill. I went to see the production manager. And I said, this is what I have. And he said, oh, we have a similar thing here we want to export. But it is not enough. So if you have enough, we can buy and add it to ours and export. I said, this is what I'm looking for.
Accept it.
Yeah. So I gave them the sample. They checked it, they like it. And they said, okay, let us price. So we did a pricing. And they said, come on, go and bring it.
Wow.
So I came and looked for EFO.
EFO in Alaska again?
EFO, yes. EFO had to convey the thing from Sunyani to Techiman. So he went like 10 times.
10 times? Wow. It's
Then,
a lot.
Yes. Then we took the money. And I was able to settle everyone that I have to settle. And do you know what I did? Now I'm looking for export contracts.
Hey, this one, you agree?
Yes, I need to export my thing. So the first thing, I did half a container.
Wow.
And when the money came, I did a full container.
Wow.
Right?
So where were you exporting to?
I was exporting it to Germany and Russia.
Wow.
Because the buyer that I got, that is where the destination he gave to me, I was exporting to. But I was using a friend company to do that export. Yeah. So it got to a time that someone went to Tieboa and told him that, hey, do you know this guy, the firewood is taken from you. Do you know that he's exporting the firewood? He said, who can export firewood? So not knowing, the person had lead Otieboa to my place where I do my processing.
Wow.
So the next time I went, Otieboa called me and said, my brother, now I need you to work for me. So I cannot allow you to pick the firewood again. But I'm going to give you all these machines so that you being the director at this section and do this work for me. And I told him, you see, I'm still with my crutches. Like if I'm without crutches, then I can say I can work with you. But since I'm with the crutches, it will be difficult for me to say yes because I cannot still work. Because that's why you told me. Because I'm with crutches and I can't work. So I don't know why.
What was the reason why you rejected you in the first place?
Yes. Why
he wants you back?
Why have you changed your mind now? He said, no, but you have to do that. If not, we cannot give you the firewood again. I said, okay, what about selling it to me? He said, no. I said, no problem. But you see, may the God that I serve, everything that I serve with my bones, everything in my spirit, bless you. Because you have given me an opportunity. You have given me a ladder that I can use to climb to this story building. I'm very grateful.
Wow, that was what you told him.
Yes, and I beg you, you will be my consultant throughout. I am not angry, no. And don't be angry with me. Anytime I need your help, I'll come. He said, my doors are open. So I left. So when I left, I went to one Mr. Kwache Amiao. He was the regional forestry manager.
Okay.
Forestry division, forestry service division. And I think he was the president for this SU.
Scripture Union.
No, Full Gospel, sorry.
Oh, okay. Full
He was
Gospel
the,
men's,
yes, Full Gospel
ministry.
Men's Fellowship.
Yeah.
He was the regional president.
Oh, okay.
So I went to him and I told him that this is my situation. So me, I don't have money to take concession, but I need off cuts. You know why he told me? He looked at me and said, hey, where is your place? I want to see your place first.
Okay.
We went there and we saw some of the sample there. And he said, you see, if me giving you this concession, this off-cut permit, and they will sack me, I prefer giving it to you for them to sack me.
Wow.
So I'm going to do it. And seriously, he gave me the Tentu Forest Reserve. The whole forest reserve for me to pick off-cuts.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is why I became a timber merchant.
Definitely. Wow.
And from there, I started. So same person helped me to get my own concession. Yeah. So alongside, as a son of a farmer, the blood is in there.
Yeah.
So I also started doing some small farming
here,
alongside. And then I started my main timber export business. And 2016, I became the leading exporter of timber in Ghana.
Wow.
And then that is where I also won the National Best Farmer.
Yes.
Yes, in Ghana.
Yes.
Yeah, so that is where I started from. So 2022, I won the National Best Physically Challenged Farmer. That happened in Tigernut.
Okay.
In 2020. Through that, I decided to leave the timber business down somewhere and then start with the agro business and agro-processing. So that is where I sat down with my management and say, hey, timber, we cannot continue with timber. What should we do? We need to come into food processing. So we selected so many products to do. And at the end of the day, we came to end up in Tigernut powder and oil production.
Oh, you do oil as well?
Yes.
From the Tigernut?
From the Tigernut, yes.
Champion. Interesting.
Yes. So when it happened like that, we say let us choose Tigernut because this is what nobody is doing in Ghana or in Africa. So that is why we chose to process Tigernut and the Tigernut powder. And I can tell you, across the world, if you are looking for the best Tigernut powder and oil product, this is the only place you can get it.
Yes.
Yes, because we don't joke with our quality and we don't joke with our smoothness. So you can see how nicely it is packaged. So we put them in the shelves. And that is not the only thing we're going to do. We're going to do a lot of things because we've seen that Ghanaian farmers are having post-harvest losses in terms of plantain, in terms of cassava, in terms of cocoa, most of the food products, in which we're going to add value to them and put them in the shelves, so that when it comes to the hard day, we can bring all those things and then make our home very comfortable, because now we are having issue with, I think, let me say hunger. Have been through it before and it's coming out now.
Yeah.
So that is the only thing we can also do to support our economy. Yeah. So that is where I have got into.
Okay, so
Kofi Vinyo.
So after selecting or going through the various products, you did maize, the timber and all that. So at which point did you say, let me settle on Tigernut?
After we decided that we are also causing havoc. We are destroying our forests, cutting down trees without planting them and all that. So we realized that this thing will not help. And what I also realized was that, during the year 1979, is it 1978? Is it 1978? No, 1997, 98 to 2000, there was sawmill all over the country. Most especially when you go to Kumasi, Aswa.
Yeah.
Aswa was full of sawmill. But you go to a point, when you go there, you see that all the sawmill are collapsing.
Yes.
So that means it's not sustainable. As a young man who won't do business, and then you cannot be in this industry because one day you collapse. So that is where we say no. Let us go into agro-processing, and then that is how we chose Tigernut. because we realize that nobody is processing tiger nut. When farmers crop tiger nut, it will get rot in their house because there's some few that they can bring to the market to sell, and the rest will remain in their houses, and everything will go down.
Yeah.
So why don't we also step in for those farmers, and then make them also have a good living? And that is why we select tiger nuts.
Okay,
And then,
so what do you do for farmers? I mean, apart from, I know you obviously take them,
yeah.
but how does that benefit them?
Oh, it benefits the farmers because, when you have farmers groups, that you also extend your training support for them, and then when they know that they have the ready market, so whatever they produce, they have an off-taker to take it. So it gives the farmer also a confidence to do more, because that is the challenge farmers have in this country.
Right.
They will produce, they have to keep it and wait for the price. They don't even know whether the price will come or not.
Yes.
So sometimes it will sit there and you end up selling it cheaper than you could have. So at the end of the day, the farmers, they become poor, continue to become poor. And that is why our youth doesn't want to go into this farming business, because they feel it's not sustainable, and they feel there's no support coming out from this farming.
Apart from some of these challenges, do you really agree with the youth?
Sure, I agree with them. I agree with them. You see, you need to be a youth that is focused and determined to go through what I went through. And these days, most of the youth doesn't want to go through this kind of thing. They just want to start and it's hitting for them. But you don't get it anywhere. Life is not like that.
Right.
There should be up and downs, and all this up and down build your experiences. You understand? So as I'm here today, if as I'm doing business, in my line of business, when I get problem, because I've faced those problems before, I know how to go about it. I'll never run away from it. I'll rather face the problem and make sure I uproot it and get a clear road to move.
So I would assume that would be the advice you tell any youth who wants to venture into farming. Any business, not only farming, any business, because there's challenges in any business. Any business that you do, even the food we eat, sometimes you get choked. That doesn't mean that you stop. Yes, you still eat.
You still continue. Yeah. So that's how it is. It is in a marriage, it is in a relationship, it is part of life. So you don't run away from problem, but you rather have to face the problem and deal with it.
Okay. So now let's get into the Tigernut. Tell us, how did you come about the product Popper? But guys, I have tasted it, it be raw. it be, I won't lie to you.
Yeah, when we say Kofi Tigernut powder, Tigernut is one of the best and nutritious products. But, we undermine Tigernut. It got to a point that men cannot even buy Tigernut on the street and chew.
Why?
Yeah, because when you go close, they say you want to charge your battery, that means you have a match in the night. And it becomes serious. So they always hide and buy.
Okay.
But upon research, we realize that Tigernut is the best food for the body.
How is that?
The best food for the body is Tigernut.
I believe my fufu is very nice.
Oh no, but you see, not eating and getting your stomach filled
is the thing. Yeah.
But have the real nutrition that the body system needs. That means you eat well.
Right.
So if you can see my skin, as if I'm a woman.
Fresh.
Yeah, very fresh. But I've grown. I've grown. But if you see me, you feel like, this guy is like some 30. No, I'm 44.
Wow.
So I'm grown. I can be 70 and I'll still be here. You see my old man there, he's about 79 years.
Wow.
But he's still strong. So if you see Julia there, you see his skin. So everybody is eating Tigernut. It gives you your hair, your energy. So Tigernut is good for the blood circulation.
Right.
Yeah, me, I was having an ulcer. That I had to go to the hospital every month for blood infusion, because I was having so issue that when I go to private, all the blood is in my private.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
This is serious.
Yeah. So when I got the Tigernut, I can tell you I don't have ulcer anymore.
Wow.
I went back to do my endoscopy, and there's nothing inside there.
Wow.
I'm fully
gone.
okay. Yes. So
Just by eating a Tigernut.
Yeah, by eating a Tigernut. It's a very healthy food. It have the whole hell of minerals and vitamins. Yeah, but the most interesting part is that it helps control your blood well.
Okay.
So if you have a good blood circulation, that means no sickness can be there, and it makes all your organs also stronger. Right. So that is why we settle on Tigernut early to help humanity, because we are eating so much chemical, and this thing detoxify your system. So that is why I love this product more than anything in this world.
Okay, so what are some of the processes you go through to produce your Tigernut?
The most difficult ones. It's not easy. A lot of the process that we go through, the Tigernuts, we bring them out from the soil. And you don't cook Tigernut before you eat. It's ready to eat food.
Okay, yes.
And there's a lot of bacteria in there. So if you don't treat it well, you're also endangering yourself.
So those people eat, buying at the traffic and at the roadside.
I don't want to spoil anybody's business, but I'm just giving information out. Even the water that you use also to wash the Tigernut must be treated. You need to do analysis for the water to know that the water is clean before you use this water to wash your Tigernut. And after that, you need even to send sample to the lab and analyze that if there's no Salmonella, E. coli, coliforms, and yeast and mold and all that, because they are the dangerous aspect of it.
Okay.
So you need to do this analysis to make sure they are not in the product before you can give to people to consume. So it is not easy. So the process is very cumbersome.
Wow.
The process is very cumbersome. So the most serious aspect of it is the washing.
So this is how the washing is done. We do it manually. So that's why you want machines to be able to do the washing in larger scales. So it takes time. But then you rub the nut against each other so that you can remove the sand from the nuts. So this is just a small demonstration of how we do the washing of the Tigernut before we send them to the dryer. Yeah. This is where all the drying goes on. So we use the solar and then big fans to help us circulate the heat in the room. We don't do any traditional drying here. So this is the drying process for our Tigernut production. So as you can really feel the heat inside. It's just that direct sunlight. Yes. And then the big fans to help control the heat. Okay. So as time goes on, we stir occasionally, so the drying takes place faster.
Why is it necessary to dry? And why the sun and all that?
The more dry the nuts, the more you're able to preserve it for long. Since we don't add additives or preservatives to the nuts, the more dried it is, it's able to stay for longer times. So at least we want up to a 30% drying moisture. So with this, it can stay for like 2 years without spoilage. So this is the sorting room, where part of the processing also goes on. So for here, we take the bad nuts out from the good ones. So as you can see, they are sorting all the bad nuts from the good ones, so we can get the good nuts for further processing. And it's done carefully. So as you can see, we want a very quality or good product before we process. So with here, there is a linear sorting. That since we are doing it in a manual way, we have to take our time and sort out the bad nuts from the good ones. So one person does it, pushes it to the next person till it gets to the final person who does the final sorting before we get the good nuts and move them for further production. And then with the bad nuts, they are not waste. We don't throw them away. We process them into feed. So it's a very good feed for those into pig farming and also fish farming. Yes. All right, so this is the sterilizer. This is used to sterilize the nut before it's being milled. So at this stage, all remaining bacteria are being killed before we process it. This is the milling room, where we, after sorting, we bring the nut here for it to be milled into very smooth powder for consumption. So after the milling, we have the packaging, where we transfer them into those small pouches to the market. All right, so this is the last line of production. This is where we package the magic. So that we are sealing it to prevent any air in the pouch for longer preservation. So from here, we just move it directly to this place, and then we cut in and send them to the market. Yeah.
So this one, if you are diabetic, you can eat it. If you are someone who has a high blood pressure, you eat it and it brings it down the pressure. Yes.
Is it that because it brings down the blood pressure, that's why people say it's good for men?
No, yeah, good for men is the blood circulation. You know, your small man is a vein. And the vein works with the blood. So as far as there's pressure in the blood, that pressure goes to the small man and it will stand stronger for you to scatter whatever you want to scatter.
PG. Parental guidance.
Yes. So that's the pressure.
Wow.
Yes, so that for the Tigernut. You know, Tigernut come from two family, you know. They come from two family in the food industry.
Okay, for us that don't know, what
Tigernut is a root and tuber. It comes from the root and tuber family, and it comes from the nut family.
Okay,
and
it's
let
a
me
combination
give
of two.
Yes, so let me give everyone watching me assignment. Go and find out the vitamins and the mineral from the root and tuber family, and the vitamin and the mineral from the nut family, and then come and tell me what you want to tell me.
Okay.
Yes. So Tigernut is a super food. Super food. So people who know much about Tigernut don't joke with Tigernut.
Wow.
So it will be better every day, at least you put 100 grams in your system.
Okay.
So that to help your system work well. If you have someone who have insomnia, you go to bed, you'll be running on the bed till daybreak. Let a person eat Tigernut. Within 2 days, those things will be off. You'll be able to have a sound sleep, soundest one. And when you wake up and you're having issue with constipation, the WC also will receive all the things that you need to receive, and then you are cool to go. You are free. You are strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So you say there are no additives?
There's no additive. There's no additive. It's 100% Tigernut. There is no additive. So if anyone want to challenge, you can take some of the product and send it to the lab, and you yourself, you know.
Okay. So what are some of the advantages this have against other brands, if I should say?
Well, that is why I talk about the quality and I talk about the smoothness. We have the most smoothness powder in the whole world.
Wow. And
the most important is that we don't peel our Tigernut.
So it comes with the roughages.
It comes with the roughages. So everything is in there.
Pure fiber.
Everything is in there for you to consume. But it's as smooth as anything.
Wow.
You can use it also for your bread baking, for your cake, for your pancake, or for all your baking. You can use the Tigernut also to do that. Yes, and then you can also use it at banku or fufu.
Really?
And then use it with your soup, because this is a gluten-free product, and then it is good for your health.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you make this into fufu?
Oh, you just have to do it like the way you do your fufu powder. You prepare it, you are adding the powder until it become hard for you, the texture that you want. Then you just load your soup on it and you start eating.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you had to go back to your younger self, what advice would you give to yourself?
To be focused in life. You need to be focused and determined. Else, you'll not get to where you're going to. Because when I came to this Tigernut industry, it took me 6 months to sell 500 grams.
It's not even funny. 6 months
to sell 500 grams.
What were the challenges?
People don't know.
I know the question, but this sounds interesting, so I want to get in there.
People don't know about Tigernut powder. So people feel that eating it will be something. It took 6 months.
Honestly, I also thought it was going to be different.
That's it. But you were resisting when I asked you to
yes.
eat. Oh, no, yeah. Yeah. So that's how it is. So it took 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you are not someone who is determined, you leave it and go and do something else.
So people were not even buying when you are packaging.
No. It took 6 months. My team will come and say, hey, boss, this thing there, it will not work. Oh, let us find something. I said, no.
So you had people going out trying to sell it.
Yeah, and they will come back.
It took you 6 months
6
to make
months,
a sale.
you'll be paying them for 6 months, and you are not selling anything. So it is 6 months that we bought one. The person who bought it was a reverend minister at the Methodist church. He bought one.
Wow.
And after 3 days, he called me and said, hey, this thing is good. It made me sleep very well. Then he started telling his colleague, reverend ministers, that is where they started buying it. Wow. So at a Methodist conference, I think they were having ministers conference.
Yeah.
And it happened at the Elizabeth Hotel. Yeah. So the pastor called, hey, come on, bring your product. So we were able to sell 100 cartons there.
Wow.
So that is where they started spreading the news about the Tigernut powder.
And now you are international.
Yeah, we are. I would say we are everywhere, almost everywhere. So.
Wow. So what did it take for you to go international?
But when the thing is in the system, when people see it, hey, Tigernut powder, you know, when you hear Tigernut powder, hey, can you pop? So people were buying it and giving it to people outside the country. So that is where when somebody tastes it and it's like you tasted it, you like it, they say, okay, I want to do it business. So that is where they started contacting us and we started also selling outside.
What would be your last message? The one thing you'd like the whole world to know and understand?
Well, what I want the whole world to know and understand is that we are telling the whole world, we are telling everybody that we have a good product. They should contact us. They should contact us. And then we also will be there for them. Okay. We want them to buy from us so we can also support our farmers. We support our community people. And then we can also support the youth. If any organizations also have some machines they want to dispose of, we need those machines.
Okay.
Yeah. We need more machines to at least to boost up our production.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Vinyo. I am inspired by your achievements and how far you've come. I mean, and you have an amazing product, and indeed you have an amazing staff too.
Yeah.
Who are very diligent at their work. So we say thank you so much for your time.